This is a micro Snakewhip. It's a fully functional sonic boom making whip that also fits in your pocket. Over the years, I've made some changes as to how I make these whips, and today I'm really excited to show you guys my current method. If you've never made a whip before, this is a very manageable project that would serve as a great introduction to the world of whip making.
To start this project, we're going to cut and gut a 14-inch piece of paracord. Then we're going to go ahead and mark the 3-inch mark and tie a simple overhand knot. This is going to serve as the core of our whip. In order to give our whip more heft and weight, we're going to fill this core with metal BBs. It's helpful to use your finger to flare out the end of the paracord and then lightly singe it so it doesn't fray. Begin feeding BBs through the end of the paracord that we prepared, and then use your finger to push it along until it hits the knot that we tied. Continue filling the core with BBs until you're about a centimeter away from the mouth where we were feeding the BBs through. Here you can see we have a portion of the core filled with BBs, we have a knot, and then we have a 3-inch end that is not filled with BBs. Use a lighter to fuse the mouth of the core so that no BBs can fall out, and then place it in a vise. Now it's time to prepare for our first belly. Cut 2 19-inch strands and pull the inner guts out. Find the exact middle of both strands and then hold that middle between your fingers. Lay that midpoint that you found on the top of the core. Take the bottom right strand, cross it over the top strand, and then take it around and through the 2 strands on the left. Next, take the upper left strand, pull it behind, and go under 1 strand and over 1 strand. This is called a 4-plait, and you are going to continue going under 1, over 1, alternate taking the upper left and upper right hand strand. Once you have got your plaiting started, go ahead and push it all the way up to the very start of the core. Continue plaiting until you reach the 4-inch mark. Now we're going to tie off our belly with a little piece of artificial sinew. Once we have secured the end of the plaiting in place, we're going to trim off the tail strands in a stair-stepping manner. Here we have the completed core with 1 4-plait belly. Now it's time to prep our overlay strands. Go ahead and cut and gut 4 8.5-foot strands and find the middle like we did before. We're going to attach our overlay strands very similarly to how we started the 4-plait. Take the bottom 2 strands and pass them over the top 2 strands and then around and behind and through the middle. In order to do this 8-plait, you're going to take your lead strand, pull it around behind, and go under 2, over 2. Once you have your pattern established, go ahead and scoot up the overlay strands like before. Continue plaiting down the length of the whip. Even once you get to the end of the plaited belly, just continue plaiting carefully over the core. You will continue your under 2 over 2 8-plait pattern until you have plaited about an inch past the knot in the core that we made. Now it's time to drop a strand. To do this, we're going to cut our core strand and then drop one of the plaited strands into the core. From here, you will continue plaiting over this new core strand. On one side, you will be doing under 2 over 2, and on the other side, you will be doing under 2 over 1. Continue this plaiting pattern until you reach about the 13-inch mark. Now that we've reached the 13-inch mark, it's time to drop another strand. Just like before, we are going to cut out our old core strand to make room for the new core strand that we're going to drop. Now we have 3 strands on both sides, and you are going to continue with under 2 over 1 on both sides. Continue this pattern until you reach the 17-inch mark. Now that we've reached the 17-inch mark, it's time to drop yet another strand. Cut out the core strand and drop the new strand into the core. Now you have 2 strands on one side and 3 strands on the other. So on one side, you will do under 1 over 1, and on the other side, you'll go under 2 over 1. Continue like this until you reach the 21-inch mark. Now that we're at the 21-inch mark, it's time to do our final strand drop. Cut out the core again and drop your last strand into the core. Now we have 2 strands on each side, and we will continue with under 1 over 1. Continue this 4-plait pattern until you reach the 29-inch mark. Now that you've reached the 29-inch mark, it's time to finish the end of the whip and tie a fall hitch. To make the fall hitch, you want to cut and gut a 4-foot strand of paracord. You're going to attach one end of the paracord into a lacing needle. I find it helpful to cut the end of the paracord at a little bit of an angle in order to help feed it into the lacing needle. Fold the piece of paracord in half in order to find the exact middle, and then we are going to use the lacing needle to thread the paracord back through itself, starting at that midpoint. Feed the lacing needle through the entire length of paracord until it comes out the other end. By threading the paracord back through itself, we create a nice weighted fall with a very clean loop on the end. Go ahead and cut the needle off and fuse the end. Here we have our nice completed fall ready to be attached. Open up the loop enough so that you can fit 2 fingers through it. Pull the core and the 4 overlay strands through the loop and then slide the fall up near the vise. You can then run your finger along the length of the fall to close the loop up. You will then individually hitch each of the 4 overlay strands around the overlay as well as the fall. Once you have hitched all 4 overlay strands, go ahead and give each one a strong tug to make sure it's pulled tightly. Now I'm going to use some hemostats to pull the strand that was hitched last up through the loop in the fall. I'm going to simultaneously pull on the fall and the strand that we pulled through the loop. Go ahead and trim off the remaining excess strands, being careful not to cut your fall. Here we have the completed fall looking nice and clean. At this point the whip is functionally complete, but there are a few things we can do to refine it and improve the aesthetics. Use your hand to roll out the whip in order to smooth and round it out. Even just a little bit of rolling like this makes a big difference in how clean the plaiting looks. Melt the butt of the whip and flatten it out by tapping it on a flat surface. Next we're going to build up a foundation for a Turk's head knot. Cut out a piece of leather that's about 1 centimeter by 4.5 centimeters and tie it onto the butt of the whip with artificial sinew. Next, we're going to use some little wire brads in order to secure the leather foundation to the butt of the whip. I like to use a pair of pliers to place 3 wire brads evenly spaced across the foundation. Here we have the leather foundation nicely secured to the whip. I like to take a little piece of co-band and wrap it around the whole foundation to build it up a little bit more, smooth everything out, and give it a little bit of grip. Now we're ready to tie our Turk's head knot. Cut and gut a 4-foot piece of paracord and attach it to your lacing needle. Follow along carefully to tie the Turk's head knot around this foundation.
I really hope you guys enjoyed this project. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below in the comments. And if you're interested in ordering a custom whip of your own, check out the link in the description or go to thunderclockwhips.com.